Thank you, Reese. The Boise State fans are here to see if the streak can continue. Fresno State fans say enough is enough. They are pouring into Bulldog Stadium as tonight, available on ESPN HD. Thursday Night Football brings you as good as it gets from the WAC. The undefeated heavyweights of the WAC meet tonight. The defending champion, Boise State. Since entering the league in 2001, the Broncos have dominated the conference, winning the championship the last 3 years. Last year, Boise State breezed its way through the regular season and into the national spotlight.
He scores! Touchdown, Boise State!
The Broncos now have an amazing 31-game win streak in the league. The challenger, Fresno State. Each year they've been a top contender, but have finished just behind the Broncos in the standings. But this year it's the Bulldogs in the top 25, and their quarterback, Paul Pinniger, leads an offense that has pounded opponents over 41 points per game. Tonight they're at home with a chance to end Boise State's streak and finally put themselves in position for the WAC crowd. Boise State, Fresno State, who will make a statement in the WAC tonight?
The rest of the year.
2nd and 3, Jeff Carpenter is the back, and he breaks into the clear. Carpenter, one safety as the angle. Will he get there? No! Carpenter scores on the second play. A 67-yard Boise touchdown, their longest run of the year.
Up front by Boise in this game, and they got physical, great recognition, a good cutback. But watch Carpenter right there, shake Culver, slight hesitation, and once he bounced it to the outside, very impressive to see the speed of this young man in the open field. But that little hesitation move stopped Culver in his tracks.
And Entrance on the bench with an equipment issue. And on 3rd and 6, good coverage in his zone downfield. Now Pinniger late, great patience, good arm, Adam Jennings.
You rush 3, you're hoping that the defense and the secondary and the perimeter can make the play. They did. Great job by Pinniger buying time to find Jennings. And the thing that I like is that Adam Jennings, you work on this in practice. He gives up on his route, but he doesn't give up on the quarterback. Now he just turns. He's trying to fall.
Here's a reverse. Set up for Williams. Eludes 2 defenders. Sprints through the middle of the defense and picks up the first down at the 15. Fresno State trying to respond to Boise State with a touchdown of its own. Mathis into the end zone. Settle in. Think we're going to have a really good one here tonight. Big night. Lee Marks is now the running back. Loss of 3. Motion guy, one of 5 options. And underneath it's brought in by Dreisen James, who sprints through the secondary again. On 2nd and 7, toss to Wendell Mathis. Breaks through an ankle tackle. Breaks into the secondary. Gets to the 48-yard line.
The first thing I want to talk about this offense is it's a 2-back offense. I mean, anymore, all the talk about the spread, Pat Hill is a coach who believes in fundamentals and having a physical presence on offense. A lot of times they're in 2-back. They'll get into 3 and 4 receiver sets, but I love the attitude of this offense and the attitude of that running back, Wendell Mathis.
This is a man's offense. You got to be ready to hit somebody in this offense. This is no dink and dunk to get our yards. The 47, Mathis again breaks the crease. Pick up a... Jared Zabransky, 1st and 10. Throw is... See if he's in bounds. Yes! Intercepted! Marcus McCauley's first on the season.
They turned back and turned the coverage the other way. So you have a defensive end and Klutz dropping into the flat. McCauley actually supposed to be getting back deep, but I think he saw James. He read the route.
2nd and 10, 4 options to throw. A deep ball, they try it again, they hit it. Touchdown, Paul Williams.
Great call by Fresno. First of all, you see man-free coverage. So the call is to try to get the ball to receiver, matched up one-on-one with a linebacker. They tried the play before, a wheel route to the running back. This time, they try a wheel route to a receiver lined up as a running back, and look at him accelerate and run right by that linebacker. That is a simple throw.
First down, Lee Marks runs for Boise State into the clear. He's got a block downfield, and he takes it near midfield. You figure he would be the one to handle it in these tough conditions. They go back to Lee Marks, who stopped shy of the first down. That is the second tackle for loss on the night by that big nose tackle, Jason Shirley.
Right here, Mike, watch how quick he does. Watch how quick he is and just getting right through. And it might look simple from up here, but when you're that big, to be able to come off a block and get back into the backfield and then chase down the ball carrier, that is a great play by Shirley.
They're kicking away from him to the sideline. This one dies inside the 5. What a terrific kick. That's fine.
Trying to get a matchup where they can throw it downfield to that fullback.
Oh, they'll throw out of the end zone. Painter will throw deep again for Paul Williams, who adjusts, makes the catch. That flag is on Boise as Williams stays in bounds, stays alive, and has one of the longest touchdowns in Fresno State history. 98 yards.
We talked in the very first series about the importance of the young freshman and getting lost in coverage. That time, he clearly gets lost. Now, what I want you to see is Williams appears to be physical and just being able to run away and throw down a defender. Look how he uses the face mask of Tadman, the safety. Ooh, almost like that's offensive face mask as a quarterback.
Zimmerman gets it through from the angle from 29 yards. So 2 made field goals in his. After the 4th first down of the evening, Lee Marks lost the football. Fresno State has recovered. So again, they hurt themselves. Marcus Riley comes up with the recovery.
This is a play, you can see some penetration up front there. McIntyre just doesn't quite make to it, but then Marshall just sitting there. And when Marks comes down there, he's got to be able to protect his football. Marshall puts the helmet right on the ball to pop it loose.
One from 26. And he knocks it through to make it 27-7. This Fresno's proving why they're the best in the country on 3rd down, number-wise. This one for Williams. Is it inbounds for an interception? Should be, yes. Picked off by Gerald Alexander.
Oh, he's taking a chance. Ball back deep in his own territory.
A chance, I'll say. 4th and a long 1. Gonna be close. You can see him, and here they go.
Look at the yellow line. Keep the streak alive in Boise territory.
Wide open is Wendell Mathis.
The confusion. Mathis just sneaks out almost as if he's talking to the coach. Boise State falls for it.
Issue, but here he is. It looks like he's coming out. He started in the huddle as one of the 11, so he established himself inside the numbers and then comes to that stop.
That is great. And the coach in the red hat was the indicator. As soon as the ball was snapped, he gave a trigger like, go!
2nd and 2. It is Sumlin again, sent back out. The back end of that hole. And he picked up a first down. He was really adopted. 3rd down, deep throw into coverage. It is caught. This is a night where everything's going right. Jermaine Jamison.
He was very, very fortunate to be able to slide this football in. The corner actually sat back, Alexander. And I don't know how he didn't make this interception because he is in great position there.
Did he throw his towel?
I don't know if he threw that or did he just...
It's one from straight on. And needed to be over at the right hash.
Have to go to the Coliseum to see USC.
Sack by Tyler Klutz, who was the spy. The season goes on. How good your wins or losses are changes. Good carry, still on his feet. Sumlin finally brought down the 16-yard line.
The combination of these two backs. Sumlin, of course, the steady Eddie, as they say. A little face mask there they get away with. He goes right over the top of Richards without even slowing down. But between
tonight, Zabransky, the deep ball down the middle, is intercepted to wrap it up. We're here his first year. They talked about getting the whole valley behind this team. On a tough weather night, they sold the place out. They were loud and raucous, and they have come to see their Fresno State Bulldogs come up with the win they have thirsted for the last 4 years.